It all begins with the birds. So many outside my bedroom window. Impossible to ignore. Starlings perch upon every branch, it seems. Peculiar, with winter still hugging the southern hemisphere. The time is 4 a.m., maybe earlier. The chirping relentless. It's July 2020, and my son and I have been in Cape Town for 5 months already. A mere 3 weeks after our arrival, the South African President Cyril Ramaphosa announced a full lockdown with immediate effect. A new deadly virus is permeating the globe, and there's no time to waste. Without hesitation, Ramaphosa decisively decreed a hard lockdown to contain the uncontrollable and ravenous strain, which has already brought parts of Asia and Europe to their knees. Hospitals are overflowing, and thousands are dying. COVID-19, the pandemic forces the entire world to come to a grinding halt. The virus puts nations into submission, toppling them to their knees. It's as if the universe declares enough is enough and forces mankind to buckle under its might. Industries are shut with immediate effect. Where once there were plumes of smoke emanating from factory towers, now nothing. The skies can breathe again. Freeways and highways once jam-packed with traffic, now desolate. Mass production and consumption instantly halt as people live on less, far, far less, and begin appreciating more. We revert back to basics, spending quality time at home with our families, which we can no longer easily abandon because of life's stresses and everyday work responsibilities. The hamster wheel has abruptly stopped. Choices and freedoms, enjoyed all our lives, now revoked by nature, by all that was and is and always will be. The skies and oceans breathe again, while the breath of life is extinguished from humans. According to the World Health Organization, COVID-19 was officially declared a pandemic in early March 2020, and here in July, more than 11 million cases have been identified, and more than 500,000 people have lost their lives to the virus. Fear and panic permeates the world, and here I am, an ordinary single mum in extraordinary circumstances, alone, afraid, my anguished, aching soul searching, seeking, and finally surrendering to the celestial magic and mysticism of the universe. Writing this now, I am humbled. I am grateful. I am in awe. For now I see that which I was too blind to see before. I see amazing grace. The birds, in fact, were stepped toward that grace, toward new breath. Annoying as they were, they eventually woke me up, literally and metaphorically. I will share more about this bizarre situation in the first chapter. The experience frames my awakening and how I now understand my life. I'm loath to use the term awakening because it smacks of pretentiousness and the new age garble of tree-hugging and love and light. My circumstances are dark, and even now I try to move within the light, but am acutely aware of my darkness and devilish ways. I do not suppress my demons, but rather I acknowledge and work with them. For without darkness, there is no light. The two are interlinked, and so is everything in life. There is no happy without sad, no good without bad, no yin without yang. Yes, those bloody birds woke me up for sure, their chirping cathartic, their tweets tantalizing, their song serendipitous. My journey here. This is my 4th attempt at writing a book, my 2nd attempt at this one. I always knew I would publish a book, and the time has finally come. Divine timing at play. This is a book about my life up until now, my early childhood and transition into adulthood, what framed my choices and how my marriages collapsed. It explores my thought processes and how and why I still manage to squeeze the proverbial lemonade from lemons with a smile on my face. In each iteration of this book, I was initially hell-bent on wanting to convey my pain, how things transpired, and how I was conned. I wanted to highlight the insidious nature of my ex's addiction, but to villainize him in my memoir felt somewhat contrived, stiff, rigid. I certainly didn't want bitterness permeating the book.